Let's be honest, most men completely misread women. They see a smile and think it's flirtation. They hear a laugh and assume it's interest. But the truth is far more subtle, far more powerful, seconds, and far more revealing than anything you've been told. Women don't need to say, I like you in words. Every action, every micro expression, every second's pause carries a secret code that only those who truly understand female psychology can read. And once you start noticing these signs, everything seconds changes. You stop guessing. You stop overthinking. You see the truth raw and unfiltered. Here's what most men never seconds understand. A woman who genuinely likes you isn't loud about it. She isn't desperate for attention or validation. Seconds, her signals are quiet, almost invisible to the untrained eye, but they scream volumes if you know where to look. It's not in her words, it's in her presence. Seconds, when she likes you, she unconsciously wants to be near you. She shifts her body toward you without realizing it. Seconds. She mirrors your movements, your gestures, even your posture. This is primal psychology. At work, humans are minute seconds wired to connect physically when there's attraction. You might think it's coincidence, but it's deliberate, an instinct she can't fully control. Notice, minute seconds show she touches her hair, her neck, or her lips when she's talking to you. It's not random, it's her brain sending a signal. I'm aware of you, I want to be minute seconds closer. Men dismiss this as nervousness or habit, but in reality, it's a subconscious invitation, a tiny breadcrumb leading you deeper into her minute seconds interest. And if she's consistently present in your world, texting, checking in, or sharing small things from her day, pay attention. This is not casual minute seconds friendship. This is the psychological equivalent of leaving little markers in her mind, showing you that you occupy space there permanently. The third sign, minute, seconds, is laughter, but not just any laugh. I'm talking about the kind of laugh that catches in her throat, the one that starts softly and lingers when she's minute, seconds around you. That laugh isn't for anyone else, it's for you. She's letting her guard down without realizing it. A level minutes, seconds of vulnerability. Few men are capable of noticing. Most guys interpret it as she's friendly, but the truth is, she's opening a window to her desire for you. Minutes, seconds, and when she asks questions about your life, your thoughts, your past, she's mapping your inner world, creating a mental image of the man she's interested in without consciously admitting it. Minutes, seconds, finally, watch her eyes. The eyes never lie. A woman who likes you will look at you longer than normal, often glancing away when caught, then returning again. Minutes, seconds, there's an unconscious pull there. Minutes, seconds, magnetic attention that's impossible to fake. Your presence makes her brain release tiny doses of dopamine, which she can't help but act on subtly. If you minutes, seconds, notice these signs together, the subtle mirroring, the little touches, the laugh, the curiosity, and the gaze. You minutes, seconds are no longer guessing, you are seeing the truth that most men miss. And that truth is intoxicating. Minutes, second noticing these signs isn't enough if you don't understand what they truly mean. A woman's attraction isn't a checklist. Minutes, second, it's a psychological map, a reflection of how she perceives you on a deeper instinctive level. The gestures, the minutes, seconds, smiles, the touches, they're all her brain's way of saying, I see you, I notice you, you matter. And the harsh minutes, seconds, truth is, most men either ignore these signs or misinterpret them. They overanalyze words and miss actions. They minutes, seconds wait for confessions that will never come. While the real signals are being broadcast silently every time she interacts with you, there's a difference, minutes, seconds, between friendliness and attraction. And it's in the consistency. A woman who likes you doesn't just occasionally drop signals, she repeats them almost minutes, seconds obsessively in ways that seem natural but are impossible to fake for long. She initiates small contact message to say good morning, a meme she knows will make minutes, seconds you laugh, a story she shares about her day. These are not trivial actions. They are her subtle investment in you. Every minute's second woman does this differently. But the pattern is always there. And if you start paying attention, you realize something powerful. She's creating a space for you in her mind and her life. Minutes, seconds, consciously or not. Then there's the energy she brings when she's around you. Minutes, seconds. Notice how some women radiate warmth, a kind of light that fills the room, but only for certain people. When she's interested, her energy is different with minutes, seconds. Her smile is slower, her tone softer, her presence more magnetic. She subconsciously wants you to feel safe. Minutes, seconds wanted, even slightly chased, but in a way that doesn't feel obvious. This isn't manipulation, it's evolutionary. Minutes, seconds, psychology. Women are wired to attract men they feel a genuine connection with. Minutes, seconds, and they do it subtly in ways men rarely recognize. Watch her reactions to your personal disclosures. If she leans in, minutes, seconds, when you talk about something meaningful, if she remembers tiny details later, that's interest. Most men dismiss this as politeness, but it's far minutes, seconds, more than that. She's forming a mental archive of who you are, not for the sake of friendship, but because she's imagining a world where you are part of hers. Minutes, seconds, pay attention to the little things, show minutes, seconds. She laughs at your jokes even when they're not funny. How she waits for your opinion before making a decision. Minutes, seconds, how she subtly compliments you in ways that feel offhanded but aren't. These are all signs of psychological investment. And here's the part most men, minutes, seconds, never notice. Timing. When a woman likes you, she adjusts her schedule even slightly to intersect with yours. She minutes, seconds, finds reasons to be where you are, to be in your life without being overt. This is not casual coincidence, it's a signal minutes, seconds as old as humanity. If you see passenger messages arriving just when you need them, her presence appearing when you're in a certain mood, she's sending a minute, second silent message, I want to be part of your life. Learn to see these patterns and you'll understand more than words ever reveal. The most powerful signals, minutes, seconds of attraction are often the ones that almost go unnoticed. Women don't always speak their feelings. They show them in ways you might dismiss if you're not minutes, seconds paying close attention. And here's the hard truth. The men who recognize these signs aren't luckier or more charming. Minutes, seconds, they're simply aware. They understand that female psychology operates on subtlety, emotion, and instinct, not minutes, seconds, bold declarations. If you want to truly know when a woman likes you, you have to read between the lines, watch the minutes, seconds, silences, and interpret the small, often unconscious behaviors that she can't hide. Physical proximity is one of the minutes, seconds' strongest indicators. She doesn't just sit near you by chance, she moves closer even in small ways. Her body angles minutes, seconds toward you. Her shoulders lean in and she finds excuses to be within your personal space. These actions are automatic, almost impossible to fake. Minutes, seconds, your presence triggers a release of chemicals in her brain, creating a pull she doesn't consciously control. And if you notice her subtly mirroring your movements, gestures, or speech patterns, minutes, seconds, you're witnessing one of the most primal signs of attraction, synchronization. Minutes, seconds. It's her subconscious way of saying, I connect with you more than I do with anyone else here. Her touch is another minutes, seconds key signal, but it's rarely overt. A brush of the arm, a playful nudge, a light touch on the shoulder. These minutes, seconds aren't accidents. They're her brain's silent code for I want to connect with you. Men often overlook this, thinking it's friendly behavior. But when you minutes, seconds combine touch with prolonged eye contact, genuine smiles, and an openness in conversation, the pattern is minutes, seconds, unmistakable. She's trying to create intimacy without words, and the intensity of her interest is embedded in these small gestures. Minutes, seconds. Listen to her tone of voice. Women unconsciously soften their voices when speaking to someone they like. Her minutes, seconds. Laughter lingers longer than usual, her words flow differently, and there's a warmth in her cadence that you won't hear with others. These vocal cues are instinctive. They reveal excitement, minutes, seconds curiosity, and emotional investment. A man who can hear the difference understands far more than one who only reads words. Notice how she remembers minutes, seconds, tiny details about you. Most men assume women forget small facts, but when a woman likes you, she keeps a mental minutes, seconds archive of your conversations, your habits, and your preferences. She references things you mentioned weeks ago. She notices patterns, and she subtly, minutes, seconds, adapts her behavior around you. This is an invisible thread that connects you to a silent message that says, "You matter to me more than you know." Finally, minutes, seconds. Watch how she reacts to your attention or lack of it. A woman who likes you doesn't withdraw completely when you're distant. Instead, she tests, she teases, minutes, seconds, she gauges your interest. These reactions are subtle experiments in connection. She's not playing games to confuse you, she's instinctively minutes, seconds, figuring out where she stands in your mind. Recognize these patterns and you'll see the truth that most men never minutes, seconds notice. Her actions speak louder than any words ever could. Attraction is rarely obvious. It's hidden in the way minutes, seconds she listens, the way she leans in, the way her eyes track you without realizing it. Most men miss it because they're looking for fireworks, grand gestures, minutes, seconds, dramatic confessions, or bold advances. Minutes, seconds, but women don't operate on obvious signals. Their interest is layered, minutes, seconds, nuanced, and deeply psychological. A woman who likes you is sending signals constantly, but they are quiet, almost minutes, seconds, invisible, and often disguised as casual behavior. If you don't learn to read them, you'll keep missing the clues that minutes, seconds could change everything. Her curiosity is one of the most revealing signs. She asks questions not out of politeness, minutes, seconds, but because she genuinely wants to understand you, your thoughts, your feelings, your ambitions. She remembers your answers, often referring back to minutes, seconds them later, as if mentally storing fragments of who you are. This isn't casual friendship, it's interest being minutes, seconds encoded in her mind. Women do this unconsciously. They're mapping your life, imagining scenarios where you matter to her. If you notice a woman minutes, seconds, remembering small details, showing consistent engagement with your stories, minutes, seconds, that's a red flag for any man who doubts her interest. She is emotionally invested. Pay attention to the way she minutes, seconds interacts in a group. A woman who likes you behaves differently around others. Minutes, seconds, she may glance at you often, laugh more at your jokes than anyone else's, or subtly highlight your presence without appearing obvious. This isn't attention-seeking, it's a silent minutes, seconds acknowledgement that you matter. She's creating a space in her social environment for you. And that's powerful because women instinctively protect and minutes, seconds prioritize people they're drawn to. Her gestures matter more than her words. Minutes, seconds. Watch how she tilts her head when listening, brushes her hair back, or lightly touches her neck or face. These are subconscious signs of attraction, minutes, seconds, rooted in evolutionary psychology. Her body language is her mind speaking when words aren't enough. And the longer you spend around her, the more these gestures appear naturally unforced. Minutes, seconds, unconscious, impossible to fake for any extended period. Notice the subtle test she gives you. When she likes you, she minutes, seconds may tease, challenge, or push boundaries, slight not to manipulate, but to see how you respond. She's gauging your confidence, your emotional resilience, minutes, seconds, your ability to handle intimacy and connection. These are not games, they are unconscious evaluations of minutes, seconds, compatibility. If you respond with calm confidence, she feels security. If you falter, she notices. Every reaction you calls minutes. Seconds have teaches her something about the kind of man you are and whether she wants to invest more of herself in you. Minutes, seconds. Finally, listen to her energy. When she's interested, her presence resonates differently. There's warmth, minutes, seconds, attentiveness, and a magnetic pull that draws you in without her saying a word. She invests emotionally, even if subtly, minutes, seconds, creating a connection that's invisible to those who aren't paying attention. Minutes, seconds. Learn to recognize this energy and you'll understand more about attraction than most men ever will. It's silent, minutes, seconds, instinctive, and unrelentingly honest. Minutes, seconds. The final signals of true interest are the ones that cut deepest because they reveal vulnerability. A woman who likes you will subtly let her guard down. And minutes, seconds, the ways she does this are often invisible if you're not paying attention. She's not going to announce it with words, but she'll share pieces, minutes, seconds of herself that she doesn't share with anyone else. Her fears, her doubts, her little quirks, these moments are priceless windows into her psyche, and minutes, seconds, they happen only when she feels a genuine connection with you. One of the clearest signs is how she prioritizes you without making it obvious. She minutes, seconds, rearranges her day, changes plans, or makes small sacrifices that seem minor but are actually significant. She won't minutes, seconds, I did this for you, because she doesn't need acknowledgement or actions speak louder than any words. Most men miss this because they're focused on minutes, seconds, verbal validation, but these tiny investments are her way of showing that you matter more than convenience or routine. If she consistently finds ways, minutes, seconds to intersect her life with yours, that's her heart quietly signaling attraction. Minutes, seconds, another unmistakable sign is her emotional reactivity toward you. When you express happiness, she smiles more minutes, seconds, vividly. When you're frustrated, she mirrors concern. When you're excited, minutes, seconds, she shares in that energy. Her emotional responses aren't random, they're calibrated to yours. Women who like you, minutes, seconds, instinctively attune themselves to your emotional state, creating subtle but powerful psychological bonds. It's why minutes, seconds, you sometimes feel that her attention is magnetic, that her presence elevates your mood or even stabilizes your emotional world. These responses are almost impossible to fake consistently. Minutes, seconds. They come from genuine psychological engagement. Pay attention to how she communicates. She texts or messages with minutes, seconds, thoughtfulness, not obligation. She initiates interactions when it's natural, not out of habit. She sends things that make you think, laugh, or minutes, seconds feel seen. Every line of communication is a breadcrumb trail she leaves for you. Small, consistent, and intentional minutes. Seconds without being obvious. This is a silent conversation, one that exists alongside verbal exchanges and gestures. Men who minutes, seconds, notice this understand that attraction is more than chemistry. It's subtle, consistent, and deeply psychological. Minutes, seconds. Finally, observe how she reacts when you pull back or test her interest. She doesn't panic or overreact, but she notices. There's a difference between a minutes, seconds woman who's simply friendly and one who truly likes you. She will miss the connection, feel it emotionally, and adjust her behavior in ways you can't. Minutes, seconds, ignore. This responsiveness is a clear indicator that you matter to her beyond casual interaction. When combined with the other signs, the touches, the gaze, minutes, seconds, the mirroring, the subtle prioritization, you begin to see the full picture. A woman's attraction is a complex, multi-layered expression of minutes, seconds, interest that doesn't need words to be understood. These signs, taken together, minutes, seconds, create an unmistakable narrative of desire. If you've been paying attention, minutes, seconds, you'll notice patterns that feel almost magnetic, pulling you into a deeper connection. And here's the truth. Most minutes, seconds, men never realize. Women reveal their interest every single day. They just hope you're intelligent enough to notice it. If you've been paying attention to minutes, seconds, everything I've said so far, you're starting to see a pattern. Attraction isn't random. It's a carefully woven minute-second series of small, often invisible signals that reveal a woman's true interest. And the most important thing to understand minutes, seconds is this. It's consistent. Women don't give these signs once and then disappear. They repeat them subtly, minutes, seconds consciously, in ways that build an invisible bridge straight to your mind and heart. Recognizing these signs is not about luck, it's about awareness, minutes, seconds perception, and emotional intelligence. Minutes, seconds, the first unmistakable signal is attention. A woman who likes you pays attention to details most men would miss. She remembers what you said minutes, seconds, weeks ago, notices changes in your mood, and intuitively reacts to your energy. Minutes, seconds, she doesn't do this for everyone, the people she's genuinely interested in. Minutes, seconds, this is why her words, her tone, her expressions, and even her silences all carry weight. You might think it's minutes, seconds, coincidence, but it's not. It's her brain highlighting you as important, minutes, seconds, making you a priority without her even realizing it. The second signal is presence. When she likes you, she finds minutes, seconds, ways to be near you to intersect her life with yours. It's not always dramatic. She might linger a little longer when you talk, send a casual minutes, seconds message during the day, or appear in your social circles more often than before. These actions are small but powerful. They demonstrate investment, minutes, seconds, and subtle intention. Every tiny interaction is a thread slowly weaving a web of connection that is hard to ignore. If you notice her creating space for you in her world, it's not chance, minutes, seconds, it's interest. The third signal is emotional resonance. When you feel joy, frustration, or excitement, she reacts minutes, seconds. Her laughter, her concern, her energy mirrors yours. Women who like you synchronize emotionally, often without minutes, seconds, realizing it, creating a connection that feels magnetic and almost unavoidable. Minutes, seconds. This is why you might feel drawn to her presence even before you consciously realize why her brain is engaging with yours, testing, measuring, and minutes, seconds, responding to see if a deeper bond is possible. This emotional mirroring is one of the most honest signs of genuine minutes, seconds, interest you can detect. The fourth signal is subtle prioritization. Minutes, seconds, a woman will adjust plans, rearrange her schedule, or make small sacrifices simply to maintain connection with you. Minutes, seconds, she won't announce it because it's instinctive. She doesn't need approval. Every gesture, no matter how small, minutes, seconds, signals attraction. It's her way of showing that you are worth extra attention, that you occupy a space in her mind and life reserved only for minutes, seconds, those she truly values. Finally, the fifth signal is vulnerability. She will share parts of herself that she hides minutes, seconds from others' insecurities, hopes, and private thoughts. This is not casual conversation. It's a conscious or minutes, seconds, conscious test of trust, signaling that she wants you to see the real her. Minutes, seconds, only someone she is interested in gets this side of her. Combined with attention, presence, emotional resonance, and subtle prioritization, minutes, seconds, vulnerability completes the full picture. She likes you and her actions even more than her words are proof. Now, minutes, seconds. Here's a personal question for you. Minutes, seconds. Think about the last woman who showed these signs to you. Attention, presence, minutes, seconds, emotional resonance, subtle prioritization, and vulnerability. How many of these signs did you notice? How minutes, seconds, many did you act on? Drop your answer in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend who needs to hear this. Minutes, seconds. Because recognizing these signs isn't just about dating. It's about understanding human connection, female psychology, and the invisible signals, minutes, seconds, that reveal truth. Every single